Hey everybody, so right now I'm about to get ready to go to happy hour, so I figured I would pull out my camera, get ready with you guys, talk with you guys and all that. As you can see, got a new do. So I went and got my hair braided last week, and can you guys believe that this is the first time in, oh my goodness, it's been about 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 years. It's the first time that I've let someone other than myself do anything to my head. I have not been to a salon. I have not been to a stylist or anything in well over a decade. But I just kind of wanted to not worry about my hair for a couple of weeks, so I was like, let me go get my hair braided. I didn't feel like doing it myself, and my oldest goes to this African braiding shop that does really good, so I was like, I'm gonna just go there and have them do my hair as well. So got them to give me some box braids, and they were really quick. It only took them about 3 hours to do my hair, which I was happy about, so I wasn't sitting in there all day. So yeah, nice protective style going. It feels so good to wake up and not have to worry about doing my hair and thinking about what I'm going to do to it. I do want to wash my hair though. I just got these in last week, like I said, and I just really want to wash my hair, so that's the only downside to it. I just really want to wash my hair. But yeah, I'm liking it, and I got them to leave my edges out so they didn't snatch my edges, and it really didn't hurt. Like, I went to a braid shop when I was younger, used to go and get my hair braided, and it hurt so much. For about 2 or 3 days afterwards, I had a headache. But the people that did my hair this time really didn't hurt. They don't use the fire on your hair, so I wasn't worried about that. I'll put all of the makeup products that I use on this look down below, because I'm not really going to show what I use. It's pretty much a lot of the stuff that I've used in previous videos. But anyway, today I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about confidence, because I got a comment on one of my recent outfit pictures on my Instagram, and it just stood out to me. So I wanted to answer that question, because it was a question. I wanted to answer that question and just talk to you guys about my thoughts. Let me pull that up so I can see exactly what she said. Hold on. All right, so the comment says, how do you get the courage to get out there in the world looking so fly, knowing all of the annoying stares and possible people that may come up to you with comments? And that was just a really interesting question. So first I was like, well, thank you for pretty much saying you like my outfit, but basically, how do I get the courage to go out there and be fearless and wear whatever I want? I actually get questions like that pretty often, and so I want to touch on that. I know I've spoken about this before, I think on previous Q&A videos about confidence and stuff like that, but those were years ago, and I really didn't, I mean, I touched on it, but I really didn't talk in depth about it. So I kind of just wanted to do that today. But let me just say, I wasn't always the most confident person. I definitely had to work to become more confident and more self-aware and more courageous in what I did, and more fearless and stuff like that. So I can, in my past self, I do see how people are curious about how others are able to be so confident and do seem so fearless in a lot of ways. And for that, I truly believe it all starts with your mindset. Because today, the me of today, I'm just like, well, why wouldn't I be confident? Why wouldn't I feel good about myself? I think it should be the norm, as opposed to something that is rare. I think everybody should be confident. I think everybody should feel good about themselves and know what they want and be assertive and go-getters. And not everyone has that type of personality, and that's okay. However, you can, even if you're not a naturally confident person, you definitely can become that. You really have to learn how to accept yourself and work with who you are, work with what you have. Usually people that aren't confident, it's something that is bothering them, it's something that they're not happy with about themselves. So for that, work on the things that you're not happy with in your life or about yourself. It could be a physical trait, could be a personality trait that you don't like about yourself. It could be your situation, your place in life. Whatever that may be that is causing you to have self-doubt and to just not live life to the fullest, you should make a plan. And you should figure out how you're going to work on that, how you're going to change that, how you're going to make that area of your life better, and then work towards that. And that really helps so much with confidence, because I know for me, when I started on my path of just living for myself and doing what I wanted, I felt so much more fulfilled. I felt so much better. And that translated into how people perceive me, how I perceive myself. I just started having more self-esteem, and it just went up from there. And even if you're not exactly where you want to be, if you're working towards that, making strides towards that, that really gives you a boost of confidence to see how far you've come from where you were to where you want to be. And just stuff like that. Another thing that I think is a big part of it, a big part of why so many people aren't confident and aren't living in their truths, is because they care too much about what people think. Like in that comment, she was like, how do you get the courage to just, you know, go out there despite what people may say or what people may think? You really have to come to a place where you just don't give a damn. Like, seriously, you have to come to a place where that shouldn't matter. And a lot of people really get upset, they get depressed, they get down about what people think about them, what people think about what they're doing, what they're wearing, all types of stuff. And we all can fall into that. But you know what? It's just like my mother said to me, and she said this to me so long ago, and she probably doesn't even remember saying this to me, but she's one of those really blunt people. She says it how she means it, and she just puts it out there. She doesn't sugarcoat things. So we were having a conversation about, I'm not even sure what the conversation was about anymore, but I was down about something and I was talking to her about it, and what she said to me really stuck with me, and it just really kind of was the catalyst for me to get out of that place and move towards a place where I was a lot more confident and a lot more just self-assured. And she said to me, Kim, whatever it is you need to do it, and whoever doesn't like it, fuck them. She said it exactly like that. And just hearing that, it really helped me to put things into perspective, because it's like, why should I let what other people think I should be doing, or what other people think about what I am doing? Why should I let that hinder me? Why should I let that get me down? Why should I let that throw me off my course and my path? And it really does not matter in the grand scheme of things. I also get questions about being on YouTube, being on such a big public platform. People ask me all the time. Some people, they're aspiring YouTubers, or some people, they're just curious. They're like, how do you do it? How do you make videos and have thousands of people watching them? I could never do that. I could never put myself out there. I could never deal with the comments. I could never deal with like hate comments and stuff like that, and all type of negativity that a lot of people can get, especially when you're on such a public platform. One second. I'm trying to do my liner, and it's hard for me to do that while I'm talking, so hold on. Okay, got it. So anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, how do you get the courage to, you know, put yourself out there? Well, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started YouTube, I've been on YouTube. I started in 2010, I want to say. Yeah, end of 2010, if I'm not mistaken. When I first started, I really I didn't start out to be a big YouTuber. That wasn't even like a thing. At that time, I was getting just like 100 views, or I don't know. I was getting really low views. It wasn't a lot of people that was watching my videos. And it was just fun for me. It was a fun thing to do. It was something I could do in my spare time. Talk with people that liked the same things that I liked. And so I really liked that. But as my channel started to grow, I noticed that I would get just random people, or even people that were subscribed to me, posting ridiculous comments or hate comments or disrespectful comments and stuff like that. It really threw me for a loop. I couldn't understand why people would come onto someone's channel and just be mean and spew negativity. I just could not understand that. And so it really did get to me in the beginning, because I'm like, I stay to myself. I don't bother anyone. I don't go searching for drama. I don't do any of that. So why would someone come to my channel? I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to show people something that I've learned, or I just want to share something with my viewers. Why would people come and just be mean? Why would people come and just say the most ridiculous things? And I would really take offense to some of the comments, and someone would really ruin my day. I'm like, who does that? Why would they do that? And sometimes I would fall into the trap of replying back, because it would just make me so angry. And I'm like, nah, you're not about to come on my channel and just say anything and talk reckless, right? So when it happens online, it's kind of like a catch-22, because if you reply back with a comment, what does that really even do? You know what I'm saying? And so I started to realize these type of people just want attention. They just want a reaction. And why am I wasting my energy, wasting my time, getting all exasperated over stupid comments? Why am I doing that? And you really have to think about the type of person that would be negative or just try to bring you down. What is going on with that person that they would even say something like that? Were they raised the wrong way? Are they going through something in their lives? Are they just trying to make you mad because misery loves company? And once you get to a point where you know who you are and what you're doing and the path that you're on, it really ceases to move you in that way anymore. Because now someone could come on my channel and comment, you're an axe murderer, or you slap old ladies for fun. They could come and comment something crazy like that, and the old me would get upset, because I'm like, that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. But the me of today is like, oh, I kind of feel bad for that person. They're clearly searching for something. They clearly are lacking something in their lives, and hopefully someone prays for them. It won't be me, but maybe somebody will, because they definitely need all the help they can get. So yeah, when you reach that place where you stop giving importance to the opinions of people that do not matter, you will feel so much more free. You will feel so much more at peace. You will just, that's when you really start to truly live, I believe, because that's what life is all about. Just following your path, doing what you want to do. Once you are happy with yourself, and once you feel good about yourself, and you stop living for other people, you really, it's like the confidence just comes naturally. That's the next thing that just kind of just sweeps in. And just being confident opens up so many doors in life, because people just naturally love confident people. They love people that know what they want. They love go-getters. Unless they are miserable, unless they are people that aren't goal-oriented, then you know, misery loves company. But in general, being confident and being assertive and going for what you want, no matter what other people say, it really does propel you in life. And that is an amazing trait to have. Everyone should just be more courageous, feel liberated to be their true authentic selves and be the best version of themselves they can be. And when you learn to tune out the noise, when you learn to be able to differentiate between constructive criticism and just outright hatred and outright negativity, it really enriches your life. It really helps you to get to a place where you can truly be happy. Because when you're constantly worried about what someone thinks of you, when you're constantly worried about what people may say, it really is a hindrance, and it stops you from operating on your fullest potential. So you just have to get to that place. It takes longer in some people than others, but once you finally get there, it is the absolute best feeling. You can't control everyone. You can't control what people think. So why even concern yourself with that? Why even let that stress you? Why even bother with that? The only person you can control is yourself, and you can control how you react to things and how you maneuver in this world. And that is the power that you have. You can't force people to think a certain way. You can only tune into what you want, how you think, how you act, and that's what the focus should be on. And just living your life to the fullest. Just work on you, do the best you can, and so that was that. All right, so this is my finished look. Just threw up my hair into this big top knot, just get it all up in a way, and I put a few more of these hair cuffs in for decoration, jazz it up, you know, do all that good stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this chat and get ready with me. I will, like I said, put all of the makeup products that I use, I will put them down in the description box if you are wondering what I used for this pink look. It will be all down there. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you all very soon on my next video. Bye.